Mon Mothma's dance scene in Andor Season 2, Episode 3 has several layers of complex meaning, which Genevieve O'Reilly herself has commented on. The story of Andor Season 2 begins with an introductory arc, one that features a celebratory scenario for Mon Mothma. For the cast of Andor Season 2, Genevieve O'Reilly reprises her role from previous Star Wars projects as the somewhat tortured Imperial Senator looking for a means of escaping the Empire. This later develops into Star Wars' formal Rebel Alliance, as the franchise's timeline attests. However, the events of Andor Season 2 occur before she plays a key role in subsequent chronological Star Wars films. Mon Mothma's story revolves around a wedding in the first 3 episodes, specifically between her daughter and the son of Davo Skulden, a dubious businessman who forced Mon to accept the union in return for assistance in financing her dissident endeavors. When the wedding festivities begin in Andor Season 2, Episode 3, Mon starts to drink and dance. Genevieve O'Reilly explained the significance of this scene in an exclusive interview with Screen Rant, connecting it to the broader themes of Andor Season 2. One of the more obvious aspects of the dance scene in Andor Season 2, Episode 3, is how it reveals a completely different side of Mon Mothma. Mon has been portrayed as the face of diplomacy, as O'Reilly put it in the voice of Ash Crossan of Screen Rant, in each and every one of the character's Star Wars appearances. This mask has been worn throughout Mon's life, both as a member of the Senate and as someone who is constructing an internal rebellion against the Empire, O'Reilly continued. Mon has always maintained her composure because of this. However, Mon's dance scene in Andor Season 2, Episode 3 demonstrates how this composed, diplomatic facade can be removed. O'Reilly explains that it's in a cultural celebration where you can lose yourself in the sea of this, hit this dance number. As Mon starts to drink and dance, Mon Mothma has revealed a wilder, more liberated side to her for the first time in Star Wars history. This is a major theme in Andor Season 2, Episode 3, which shows Mon dancing in a Chandrilan ballroom while other characters struggle with their own problems. Tay Kolma and Mon Mothma standing side by side in Andor. O'Reilly explored the true meaning of the dance scene in Andor Season 2 for Mon Mothma, even though this celebration is one interpretation of it. Tay Kolma, Mon's childhood friend who assisted her in hiding rebellion funding from the Empire in Season 1, is a major subplot of the wedding storyline in the first 3 episodes of Andor Season 2. According to the timeline of Andor Season 2, this story takes place a year later, setting the stage for larger, more significant galactic events in the Star Wars universe. As Andor Season 2 quickly outlines, the year gap has not been kind to Tay. This piles more stress on Mon Mothma, adding a duality to her dance scene. O'Reilly maintained, "You may be battling an agony, a personal torment, or anarchy. And so what's so beautiful about that piece is that you can see dance or drinking, which might be celebratory to everyone else that's there, but actually she's dying inside." This immediately adds another layer of context to Mon's scene. To everyone else at the wedding, Mon Mothma is simply getting merry and enjoying the celebration of a traditional Chandrilan wedding. However, to Luthen, the audience, and Mon herself, the latter is just attempting to get away. Whether it be in Star Wars or the real world, many people tend to drink and dance and indulge to avoid or escape stressful situations. Mon is doing the same in the dance scene from Andor Season 2. Where the aforementioned Tay Kolma is concerned, his addition to Mon's storyline causes her to let loose. In the year between the first act of Andor Season 1 and its conclusion, it is revealed that Tay's wife left him. Tay tries to extort Mon out of desperation by saying that he needs more money in return for his assistance in establishing the rebellion. When Luthen Rael learns of this, he has Tay brutally murdered, eliminating him as a barrier to their nascent rebellion against the Empire. Referring back to the earlier discussions of masks and Mon dying inside, this was sparked by Tay Kolma's passing. For those present, Mon took off her Senate mask, giving the impression that she was having a party. This, however, was a mask unto itself. In actuality, Mon's descent into the frantic dance moves symbolized the temporary removal of her own stress, trauma, grief, and guilt. Mon's actions were motivated by her knowledge of Tay's fate, adding yet another nuanced element to the dance sequence in Andor Season 2, Episode 3. Above all, the Mon Mothma dance scene in Andor Season 2 demonstrates the show's maturity. Andor appeals to a more mature audience than any other Star Wars television program. He is highlighted in a number of scenes from Season 2, Episode 3, including Mon's dance scene and Bix's attempted sexual assault. Although the former is more obviously mature, Andor is given a whole new level of complexity by the depth of the latter scenario despite its apparent simplicity. Another element that connects to Mon's dancing scene but is less obvious than the Tay subplot is the wedding itself, which serves to emphasize this point even more. Mon did not want her daughter to be forced into an arranged Chandrilan marriage, as was demonstrated in the conclusion of Andor Season 1, but she had to watch this happen in order for the rebellion to succeed. Mon's guilt over the incident is further discussed in Andor Season 2, Episode 3, which also influences her decision to cut loose. All of this establishes Andor as a genuinely excellently written series in a galaxy far, far away, and it is far more sophisticated and nuanced than most Star Wars narratives.